We shall now start a new topic, namely invariant measures and stationary distributions. So today we are only going to talk about stationary distributions. Invariant measures will actually come in the next lecture. A discrete parameter stochastic process Yn is called stationary if for every m, by the way, this Yn is indexed by non-negative integers. So for every non-negative integer m and every positive integer k, we have that the joint distribution of y0 to ym is same as the joint distribution of yk plus 1 all the way up to yk plus m. So in other words, the distribution of this stochastic process remains invariant under the shift in the index. So what this means is that all of the yi's are identically distributed. So by taking m equal to 1, or rather m equal to 0, sorry, in this case, what we get is y0 is equal in distribution with y1, y1 is equal in distribution with y2, and so on. So therefore, all the y's are identically distributed. By putting m equal to 1, what we get here is that the pair y0, y1, this random vector, has same distribution, same joint distribution as the pair y1, y2, which in turn has same joint distribution as the pair y2, y3, and so on. By putting m equal to 2 here, what we get is that the three-dimensional random vector y0, y1, y2 has same distribution as the random vector y1, y2, y3, which again in turn has same joint distribution as the triplet y2, y3, y4, and so on. Okay. So essentially, as I said, it just means that the finite dimensional distributions of the process is invariant under the shift in the indexing parameter. And of course, it's not just a triplet. You can also take 4 many, then 5 many, and so on. We'll just go on. Okay, so a probability distribution pi, which is essentially written as a column vector here. So typically when you write like this, you write like a row vector, but then you take a transpose, it becomes a column vector. So we always write pi as a column vector. So pi transpose will mean a row vector. Okay? This is important because we are not going to now we are going to deal with matrix manipulation, metric multiplications. Okay, so probability distribution written as a column vector, okay, is called stationary distribution of a Markov chain with transition matrix P if pi transpose equals pi transpose times P, which means for all j, for all state j, pi j equals sum of ik times pkj, where the sum is over k running over s. And this is just writing this longhand here. Now, if pi is a stationary distribution of the Markov chain, then the probability p pi will denote the probability of the Markov chain starting at pi. In other words, what this means, more precisely, what it means is for every positive integer n and for all I0, I1 up to In in S, the joint probability of x0 equal to I0, x1 equal to I1, all the way up to xn equal to In under this probability p pi is given by pi I0 times p I0 I1 times p I1 I2 all the way up to p In minus 1 In. So this just means that this is a Markov chain with transition matrix P, and of course transition matrix P is already already written here, and initial distribution is taken to be pi. So that when the initial distribution is taken to be pi, we just remind ourselves that by writing p pi. That's all. Now, why is this called a stationary distribution? Here is the reason. If pi is a stationary distribution for a Markov chain, xn, then for all n, positive integer n, and for all k bigger than or equal to 0, and for all I1, I2 up to ik in S, we have under p pi, the joint distribution of xn plus 1 up to xn plus k is equal to this guy, which is essentially under p pi the joint distribution of x0, x1 up to xk. So therefore, what it says is that if a Markov chain starts from one of its stationary distribution, then the Markov chain becomes a stationary process. Okay? So this is just stationarity. This is shift invariance, so therefore this is stationarity. So because this particular initial distribution makes the Markov chain a stationary process, because of that, we call this initial distribution a stationary distribution. So stationary distribution, in other words, stationary distribution is the initial distribution. Okay, well, is an initial distribution for the Markov chain that makes the Markov chain a stationary process. So this is what this proposition says. And that is why it's called a stationary distribution. So note that in particular, this says that if you start the Markov chain at the initial distribution, then all the xn's are going to also follow the initial distribution. So all the xn's are going to be identically distributed. Okay, so let's now try to prove this proposition, and this is the last thing we are going to do today. And in the proof, as you can see, this equality is just from the definition of p pi, or definition of the Markov chain with initial distribution pi. Okay, so there is nothing to prove, and obviously this equality is the one that you have to prove. This one is equal to that, and once you do that, you have this, and that automatically implies that this is a stationary process. So therefore, the only thing you have to show is that the first quantity here equals the second quantity. So that's what we are going to do. To do that, let's fix a positive integer n, a non-negative integer k, and states I1, I2, I0, I1, I2 all the way to ik. Yes. Since pi is a stationary distribution, by definition, we have that pi transpose equals pi transpose times p. By repeated use of this equality, you can show that pi transpose is actually equal to pi transpose times n. You can use induction on n also to prove this. Why? Because if you write pi transpose, if you post multiply this equation by p, you will get pi transpose p, that would be equal to pi transpose p squared, and pi transpose p is also equal to pi transpose. This shows that pi transpose equal to pi transpose p squared. Again, you post multiply by p again to get pi transpose equal to pi transpose times p, and so on. So you can do it, or you can use the induction on n to show that this is equal to pi transpose is equal to pi transpose p times n. Which basically means that for all j in S, pi j is the sum over I lining over j of pi I times pijn. Okay, this is something we are going to use in the proof. Okay, so therefore what we get is that when the initial distribution of the Markov chain is pi, then the joint distribution of xn plus 1 up to xn plus k, or the joint probability of xn equals I0, xn plus 1 equals I1, all the way up to xn plus k equals ik is equal to, obviously, is equal to sum over. So basically now we are going to do a 0th step analysis. So in other words, we are going to split it into various cases where, depending on what value x0 has taken, x0 can take any value in S. So therefore, this will be a sum over x0 equal to I intersected with the rest of it, sum over I in S. Now this probability under P pi would be starting from P, you're starting at I, so that's pi I. Then in n steps, you will go from I to I naught, that's pi I naught n. Then in one step, you'll go from I naught to I1, that's pi I naught I1, all the way up to pi k minus 1 ik. So therefore, this is equal to this. Now note that this sum has only I in it, and these guys have no I in it at all. So these guys will basically come out of it, and we will be left with this sum. And this sum is equal to pi of I naught. Right? So this is just because of this equality here. By putting j equal to I naught, we just get this will be equal to pi of I naught. So this is pi I naught, pi I naught I1, and so on. And of course, this is exactly what we had to prove. The rest will just follow from here. So this completes the proof of this proposition. In particular, we have just shown that if we start a Markov chain from its initial distribution, then the Markov chain becomes a stationary process. In the next lecture, we are going to talk about existence of stationary distribution, its uniqueness also, uniqueness property, whether it is unique or not, under what conditions will it be unique, and so on. And what role will it play in the Markov chain theory? That also will be clear. So it plays a very important role in the limiting theory of Markov chain.